Okay, well, a bit of head banging on table and a bit of swearing, and the board is in, and also the power and reset switch and the LEDs are all connected up. I ended up just ditching the ones that actually went with this case, since they I don't want to really have to go through the debacle of trying to figure out which pin does which, so I basically just took the whole lot without having to disconnect it from the board and just put it in, and that came up quite nicely. And yes, look at that. It's a big old prehistoric thing. They don't make chips like that anymore, sadly. In fact, where did it go? There it is. That's what was in there. Look at the size comparison. The amazing thing is that can do a ton more processing than what that old thing would do per second. It's pretty impressive. But the good thing is this one works, that one doesn't. So it's the logical thing to really do with this. It's got 512 megs of RAM in it, which is it could be a lot better. As in, if I find any more decent cards, I will chuck them in and hop this thing up a bit. But for now, it should do just nicely. But the next thing is to get the cards in, get them all bolted down, and also get the power supply in. And then we can start putting the drives in for it. Well, there we go, we've got the cards and the heatsink all back in. This thing's actually coming up real nice. Okay, well, there's the power supply, the drives and everything in. It's I've just got to do a bit more connecting up the cables and things, and then this thing should be good for a test run. There's also something else which I've had for quite some time and haven't really done anything with. This is a SideQuest 3.5 inch removable hard disk drive for the cartridges, which are these. Now, I've never seen these on the internet. I've searched for them, I've done eBay searches, and they haven't come up. And yeah, basically what these are is they're a special hard disk drive, which or special hard disk which you put into a drive, and basically it works like a normal hard drive, except for the fact that you can actually remove the disc, which comes out in a cartridge. They're pretty impressive. I've never ever seen anything like that. You can even see like little air ducts and things to channel the air through for subcooling or dust removal. I suppose what those would be for. But it looks like the motor's made by Nidec, who are actually still in business today, made in Japan. This is one seriously well built piece of equipment. Definitely not throwing it out. Of course not. But, yeah, it's something that if anybody knows what the particular uses of these for, because I know they may have possibly been in servers and things, since you can actually remove the hard drive from a server while it's still running. Yeah, feel free to put some feedback down if you actually know what the uses for these are. I've got about 3 of these cartridges, including the drive. All came from Hard Rubbish, and although it only works on Windows 98, unfortunately, so I don't really think I'm going to be able to run on this, which is why I've taken it out. But hopefully when I get that old Pentium 2 going, I'll actually be able to put this in it, get the drivers and everything set up for it, which I also got all the drivers amazingly. It's all on 3.5 inch floppy disk drives, and yeah, you stick them in the computer, it asks whether it's 98 or not. If it's not 98, it won't work. If it is, then it'll continue on. And yeah, you put them in, you load up the software and everything once the drive's in, and you're pretty much good to go. You can access them or do whatever. They're really neat. But, anyway, I'll finish this off and get it all back together, and drag one of the monitors over and plug it in and see if we can get it to go or not. Alrighty then, we've got a monitor and everything set up with it. Let's give it a test run. And how about that? Oops, what was that? No, monitor's still going. Oh, that's because of bloody, there we go. Try that again. There you go, AMD Athlon XP2400. 54,000 kilobytes of RAM, which is about 512 meg. I got a Windows Me boot disk, which we can chuck in it just to test its working. Boot disk is in. Gotta love that old noise. Try minimal boot. I do have a Windows Me disk, but unfortunately these boot disks will only take you to a help menu or a command prompt. So we'll just test the computer that it's working, which it is, which is the good thing, but I don't think I'll be able to do much with it. And my camera's running out.